My whole thing got broke, and I don't know why. I really don't. I don't know how long it has been, but yeah, that's annoying. Can we please not do that again? Yeah, it's just been 17 minutes, and then it just cuts out, which is annoying. Because I had like a whole hour of me probably saying nothing, so probably somewhat fair. Okay, can you stop it? Stop it! Go! Thank you. Jeez. Okay, fair. That is actually fair. The red may still be long, but this one will be less. I'll do there will be a couple of clips today because I'll be doing the same clips that I would normally do. But actually, while I'm doing that, why don't I just open? I wouldn't be surprised if this finishes soon. So luckily it shouldn't take too long. It'll probably be like 2 sets of 17s. And okay, so let's do this, let's do that, let's do that. Da 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 da. Look at what I know. I know. Ah. That's easy one. He is! Da-da-da! Yeah, I'm doing that. So, yeah. A quick bit of, like, notes about this. It's not much. It's... Ooh, where is it? There it is. Woo, just getting my thing up. About this. Is that I heard about this, and I think I watched a couple of episodes, not much. Not to the point of, like, being like, oh yes, I get this, and it's in its entirety. No, I did somewhat know about it, and somewhat is a loose. I did somewhat hear about it, and then I watched a couple of episodes, roundabout up to, I think, when I stopped it at first, was when it was at the point of, what was it? I think the second sign of, like, Invincible's dad proving to be, like, okay, something's off. And I did have some people tell me about the comics, about stuff that's already maybe happened and stuff that might happen. I also saw originally, I think I originally saw up to, no, that happened before. Anyway, it's either the first battle where he goes in and goes to everyone, or the second one when he sort of puts the demon goes away. But I like this. This is fun. This is really good as a show. And there's a lot of stuff to talk about with his ideologies, which I also love. That ideology side of it is really interesting to think about. Like, the efficacy, the ideologies of all the characters, I think will be, like, interesting. So, like, I don't know if to, like, think about, like, the idea, which I'm going to bring up now. So, with Viltrumites, they sort of have this ideology of sort of like a perfection. Because, like, they have this in this way of, like, not, I wouldn't say entirely, they do have a bit of a might makes right, but they have a way of, like, being like, okay, you have to be perfect. You have to be this sort of way. And if you look at the Viltrumites fighting each other, it's just survival. It's that sort of, like, survival nature of, like, if you survive, like, I think it's, like, the idea of, like, the victors write the battle. The victors write the results. It's that ideology of, like, if you win, if you survive, well, you won. Who cares about the rest? Who cares about what you had to do to get to that point? You see this when, which is the most interesting clip, and I've seen it, not in context, but I've seen that clip before. But now seeing it in context, it sort of, like, it makes it interesting. It sort of shows that sort of conflict of two people sort of at this point trying to fight, trying to create a battle. Not two people, a whole country fighting to create the strongest race, which I don't know if it is or isn't, but it is sort of like a more extreme version of, like, a eugenic sort of thing. I don't know. I don't know much about it. The idea, not the show. The show I kind of get. But it's sort of like the idea of, like, trying to fight and kill what they perceive as the weaker of the group, the weaker of the pack. And fighting and fighting and fighting. And it's really interesting. And definitely during the final battle, because you have two ideologies that I like. You have that ideology, which is the idea of, like, if you do it and you kill someone, it's like, oh, you're just stronger. Which in our society is like, oh no, you can't do that. You might be physically stronger. You might have a way to get around this. But that doesn't prove that you have a right to, like, kill a person. Compared to the other thing that I like is, and I think a lot of shows also have this, but I like this idea that it turns them into this villain. The idea of, like, it's the same thing that's brought up in season 2, but I'm going to bring that up again season 2 today, tomorrow. Not during this stream, for the people who are watching the stream, but that's besides the point. That will come today, tomorrow. Don't worry about that. But if you look at some, especially things like dogs live so less. Like, this is the one thing that I always claim. I don't want to live forever. Afterlife exists or not, if you live forever, and there's like a video on like YouTube explaining like, oh, one person stops aging and like lives forever, goes through multiple families. The idea, if you can live for hundreds of thousands of years, is insane. Because think about it. If you look at 100 years, which is usually how long most people live, you have a job, you have a career. Even if you double that, 200 years, your body's so healthy, and like, just take the 100 years and take the ratio of like aging from 0 to 100. Take that sort of cycle. That sort of thing. It's not like you're going to just age. I'm just going to take that in fact because I know that some fancy stuff I was like, oh, you will never die. But you would also maybe live as dust. But I'm not going to do that because that's a bit... But if you still had the prime and you still had your body the way it's supposed to be, and then you live, at a certain point, you meet your friends when you were a kid, you grow up with your friends, you meet someone, you have a life together, and then after 100 years, because they don't live, only you do, they die. And I like how this show looks at that and looks at Omni-Man, that's the name, yay, and looks down. Because it's not that he sees him as sort of like horrible or like this some way. He will literally outlive every single person there. And that idea, that whole thing, I absolutely love of him just being like, I'm not looking down at you as an individual. I'm just looking down because like you'll live to 100 and I will still be nowhere near close. That's why I like the horrifying thing where it's like, oh, she was a nice pet. Are you kidding me? Are you insane? Who goes up to a person and be like, ah, yes, pet? Besides if you're doing like a cutesy nickname thing. But like, jeez. It is the most horrifying thing to hear someone say. Calling a human being nothing more than like a sort of like pet. But if you see how long he will live, it kind of, well, it doesn't, but it kind of, you can see why he thinks this way. And it's horrible. It's fucked up. But it's interesting of that sort of way, that sort of ideology. It's interesting to think, like, how would someone go to that point? It's really interesting and really fun, in my opinion, how someone will go there. I'm just going to stop here because I just need to do a couple of things. This is why the rest of this is going to be covered by this, because I'm going to cut out the review, because I do that. There's no point in me doing like, here's a review, or watch the video. Because I'll cut out the silence. It's not even gonna. I'm going to put in the silence, so it's not that. I'm gonna cut around. Is this all working? Yay! Because the whole thing just crashed for some reason, and I don't know why. And I'm just currently just doing the 17, 23. Okay, now let's go down to there. Say, I know that's probably not the right number, but end. And it ends on 26. And just go 1, 2, 26, and then go 7. Okay, there. Go into here. So yeah, this is a very complicated sort of show with like. It also has the superhero stuff. It has like the superhero team, which I'm fine with. Having the superhero stuff alongside like the sort of like thing that Omni-Man in his ideologies is going through with like sort of a dark Superman, which I love. Is really fun, really entertaining, and absolutely 100% worth watching. I was like one of those things where I kind of didn't know how to get, because I'm watching Prime now. I was not watching Prime for the longest time, so that's why I didn't watch this. And then season 2 came out, I'm like, I feel like I need to watch it. And then someone was like, season 3, I need to watch it now! But yeah, it's really fun, really interesting, and yeah, absolutely entertaining. So yeah, I 100% think this is amazing. I hope you enjoy. And finally, good night. He is. Invincible Season 1 review. Hashtag Invincible, hashtag Season 1, hashtag review. That's the other thing that this will be doing. This will be like me doing the end of this, because I know this will be a while. Actually, why don't I just listen to this for a bit? Craig, no Craig! He's really funny, in my opinion. But I think if you like me, you probably would like him. Someone working with wicked obsessed co-workers after the movie comes out. I haven't seen the movie. I want to see the movie. Looks cool. Yeah. Why is it not working? I wonder what it is. I might actually watch this when I come back to it. But, but next day. No, one thing. Luckily, so I think, yeah, it made it. That makes sense sometimes. Sometimes you have to like reload the page, which is a bit weird because like it's here, and then it's like, no, it's not. It's like, what do you mean it's not? It's here. I can clearly see it. What? The Okay, so review TV series, drama, action, superhero, and let's see if I can find animation. Because I haven't done anything animated in a while. Animation! That's it. Okay, then move. I can't do much until then. 25. It'll be like definitely cutting at least 10 minutes off. Five, four, three, two, one. Whoosh. Okay, so superhero. Action. Animation. Okay, then save. Can you load, please? Okay. Ooh, saving. It's going up 1% every second. Boom, 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 boom. We've hit 50. We're going past 50. Okay, I'm going to report when it says 60. Let's see, 60. It's done 60. It's actually going really fast. We're nearly close to 70 right now. Ooh, it's dropped to 66. 66. And now it's done. Right. Oh, now let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that 22? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that 50? It's going really fast. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that 66? And it's going past. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It hasn't gone past 67 actually. Oh, it's going slower now. Maybe it just needs to finish the final touches of all of this. $70. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like 1% every 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. If 52, 57, and then this is minutes, so I'm just going to put in 36, and then we're just going to check the seconds through 46. So yeah, that's done. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and good night.